What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. So we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely going to want to check this one out, as it looks like that plan to flee Texas in order to avoid voting on the new Texas redistricting plan has backfired and failed miserably for the Texas House Democrats, as we now have Governor Abbott coming out announcing possible removal and prosecution for those who are not present for the vote. Guys, I'm excited to get into this one, so we're not straight into it. All I ask that you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Tanya and Terrell, Governor Greg Abbott is threatening to remove these Democratic lawmakers from office if they don't return to the state capitol by this afternoon. The Texas House Democratic Caucus issuing a forward response to the governor saying, quote, "Come and take it." Some of the 57 Democrats from Texas flew to Illinois last night, where they plan to stay for the next 2 weeks. Others went to Boston and New York to delay a controversial Republican-led push to redraw the congressional map in cities like Austin, Houston, and Dallas that would help Republicans keep their razor-thin House majority. Texas state Democrats say the move is racial gerrymandering aimed at diluting Black and Latino voters and is bigger than just one state.
This is not just rigging the system in Texas. It's about rigging the system against the rights of all Americans for years to come.
We come here today with absolute moral clarity that this is absolutely the right thing to do to protect the people of the state of Texas.
And the Texas Attorney General says lawmakers who left the state to avoid the special session could be arrested with felony charges. Texas Republicans argue the new map is legal and being redrawn for political reasons, not racial ones.
So Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that he is going to try and start the process of removing Democratic lawmakers if they don't return to the Capitol by 3 p.m. this afternoon. As we take a look at the law where it stands right now, can Governor Abbott legally compel Democratic lawmakers to return to the Capitol?
He can't, but he can enforce those consequences that he's threatening. So he's saying, right, that he's going to remove folks from their seats. He can do that. And then they would either have to have a special election to fill those seats back, or he would appoint someone to take their place, and then we'd have to wait until 2026 when those first elections would happen. So he can't get them to come back. He can't, send somebody with handcuffs to bring them back, but he can punish them for this behavior.
Yeah, and he was talking about it in terms of he feels like these Democratic lawmakers have abandoned their seat and the people that they represent. When we took a look at that, how does one define abandoning a seat?
That's a really good question. I think in this case, what he's really referring to is you're walking out, because that's a term that people use in the legislature when they don't vote on something, walking out. You're walking out on your people. The problem is when you're in the minority, you already know who's going to win and who isn't. So what they're saying is essentially our votes aren't going to make a difference. The only way we can make a difference is by not being there, because you can't vote on it if you don't have that quorum of 50 or so out of the 100 people. I'm not sure what the difference in the numbers is in Georgia versus in Texas, but that is a possibility that he could try to punish them in this way.
All right, so we're seeing the latest political stunt coming from these loonies on the left. This one being carried out by the Democrats of the Texas House of Representatives. I actually got an interesting tweet, found this one from our friend Benny Johnson, on how they got there. How did they get from Texas all the way to Chicago? I'll tell you how. The Democrats fled their state in a $47 million ERJ 170 jet. This jet costs $17,000 per hour to operate. That means the flight to Chicago costs nearly $100,000. Are you kidding me right now? Texas Republicans need to launch an emergency investigation into who paid for the seditious stunt. Then we got another breaking news headline. This one of a letter from Governor Greg Abbott of Texas. He is not messing around when it comes to these folks abandoning their post. Greg Abbott is now saying that he will take steps to remove representatives from the Texas House, any Democrats who refuse to show up to work. And this is today, Monday, by 3 p.m. And this right here is a dangerous game to be playing. I really wonder how many of these folks made it back in time. They're truly playing with fire. I mean, Governor Greg Abbott does not seem like one who is going to mess around or coddle these folks that think that they could just abandon their posts and disrupt the voting for Texas redistricting. This is not how you do it if you were going to stop. And of course, we got these loonies on the left having full-on fits. That be Cory Booker, that be Hakeem Jeffries, that Representative Ratchet, Jasmine Crockett. They're all losing their stuff over the vote to redistrict Texas. Check it out.
It's important for us to have the conversation around the fact that this is bigger than Texas. This isn't just about the 5 seats in Texas. This is about a power grab. It is about basically setting the tone for what Donald Trump will try to do throughout this country so that he can suppress the voices of Black and brown folk just so that he can stay in power.
Can't say I'm surprised to see Jasmine Crockett quickly turning to the race card and saying this is about Black and brown voters. Of course, we got the dollar store Obama big mad about Texas redistricting. Check out what Hakeem Jeffries had to say.
We have to make clear to the people of Texas what's taking place, because it's unacceptable, unconscionable, and un-American. And as elected officials, we have that responsibility. That's not something we can just brush aside. There are 50 states in America. I'm here in Texas for a reason, because these legislators are standing up. These members of Congress are standing up and communicating to the people of Texas what's occurring right now in the middle of the summer at a special session. And we will make clear that we're going to do everything possible to support the Texas legislators as they consider the best ways to push back. It's an all-hands-on-deck moment, and all options should be on the table to protect the people of Texas. But Texas Democrats are going to be the ones to decide that. We will fight them politically. We will fight them governmentally. We will fight them in court. We will fight them in terms of winning the hearts and minds of the people of Texas and beyond. The Texas Democrats are going to show up and stand up and speak up for what's right for the people of Texas. And they're showing courage and conviction and character in doing that. And we'll see what happens over the next few days, over the next few weeks. But the one thing I know is clear, that Texas Democrats are fighting for the people.
I'm sick of the gerrymandering, but if Donald Trump is going to push to gerrymander Texas, he's going to break the rules in order to win. He can't win by the rules they are right now, so he thinks you should break the rules. For Democrats to sit back and just say, okay, we're going to play by the Queen's rules, no. I'm telling you right now, we need to win in the midterm. We need to stop him from cheating, from lying, and from stealing the election. And if they're doing something to add their congressional seats, we need to look at our ways of doing that right now.
So Hakeem Jeffrey, the dollar store Obama, weighing in saying it's time to fight back. We got Cory Booker on gerrymandering saying when the Republicans do it, it is fascism, but when they do it, it's democracy. It just makes no sense to me. And the fact that they would bring the race card in and Jasmine Crockett just shows you how low they are going to stoop. Jasmine Crockett is making a very strong case for her being voted out of her seat. We got Sheldon Daniels ready to take her spot.
And we've always had partisan redistricting. Thus it ever was, thus it ever will be. How is this different?
Well, simply because this is something that has afflicted the nation for, an extended period of time doesn't mean that it's right. What we're seeing now is an attempt by the White House to insulate itself from any kind of congressional scrutiny, any kind of congressional oversight, to make sure that Donald Trump remains the authoritarian figure that he has become. We have a compliant Congress, and he wants to ensure that, given the fact that they passed this bill that is unpopular, that takes health care away from people, that gives tax breaks to billionaires, and it puts at risk the Republican majority, he wants to ensure that he continues to have that compliant Republican House of Representatives. And that, I think, is something that we need to take into account. Our democracy is threatened threatened. Our democracy is really threatened by what the Republicans are proposing to do in Texas right now.
Once again, we're seeing the Dems cry. When the Dems do it, it's called democracy. But when the Republicans do it, it's called a threat to our democracy. I just don't understand it. Tried to make sense of it with folks who are weighing in on X coming to the talks. We got Senator John Cornyn tweeting out on X saying 51 House Democrats are now engaging in a selfish dereliction of their duty preventing state business. He then says, I support any and all measures taken by Governor Greg Abbott and state leaders to end this charade. We also have that AG over in Texas, Ken Paxton, tweeting out saying he also supports the immediate arrest of these rogue lawmakers who've fled their duties. These radical Democrats are spitting in the face of every Texan they swore to represent. This cowardice and dereliction of duty, and that they should face full force of the law without an apology. Wow. And I mean, that's just the base level of this. This is something you do not do. This is bottom of the bottom, lowest of the lows. Briscoe Kane also coming to the talks, tweeting out saying all seniority benefits must be stripped from the Democrats who break quorum. The speaker has the power to do it immediately. We have to act now. These folks have crossed the line and we have to show them what happens. Yo, there we have it, guys. Oh my goodness. Talk about another wild update. Just when we thought this couldn't get any worse for the Dems, they stoop oh so low. We're seeing the Democrats of the Texas House of Representatives fleeing Texas, heading over there to Chicago with that crazy mayor of Sanctuary City, Brandon Johnson. I don't know how he's going to help them. Some of them even having a meeting with the governor, J.B. Pritzker. We know about that guy's corruption as well. I don't know how these folks are supposed to be so-called helpers in this redistricting of Texas, but Governor Greg Abbott is not messing around. He said, you guys better bring your butts back now, or else you're going to face the madness, face the blues. I can't wait to see where this one progresses. As I just checked my watch and it's a little past 3, I'm recording this. No news yet, so I'll definitely continue to cover any updates to see who actually made it back and who was absent for this vote, pending the facing of punishment, maybe removal, prosecution. I don't know. It sounds like it's all on the table for these folks, guys, but definitely hop in that comment section. Comments are open. I'm excited to hear what you guys are thinking on this one. Also, make sure you guys please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one.